Hi, we're Corn Cob Productions, and we're just making our group discussion blog here so we can tell you guys about our initial ideas for the Webisode's viral ad campaign project. So our idea essentially is a series following two characters who become vampires. They get turned by a older trio of vampires who've just moved into town, and they're looking to recruit new members, so they turn these two young guys, and the series sort of follows them and looks at how they deal with being vampires differently to one another. It also looks at, how it can impact on someone's life. Vampirism is kind of a metaphor in some ways for problems you face, growing up in adolescence, falling in with a bad crowd of people, drug addiction, all kinds of stuff. It can be a good metaphor for that without being really in your face, obvious about the message it's trying to convey. Anyone else want to talk about something?
Want to make it fairly realistic, don't we? So stick to tradition, not like this Twilight stuff, where they're like sparkling in the sun.
Yeah, not necessarily realism, but our vampires are more sort of traditional type vampires. Sunlight burns them, or at least weakens them if they're younger vampires. Stake to the heart, cut off the head, kills them. Holy water burns them. We're playing with some of the weaknesses, though. Holy symbols only work if the vampire believes in those symbols, so a crucifix isn't going to work on an atheist vampire. Garlic doesn't work.
I'm going to make a joke out of that, so
yeah.
Slip a few jokes in there so it's not all serious.
Yeah, I feel like it makes it more realistic if the characters don't always take themselves really seriously. It's, if you can inject a little bit of humour, it makes it feel more real. I think that's quite an important thing to do, so I'm certainly going to be integrating some jokes surrounding sort of vampire mythology in there, because we've got plenty of opportunities to do it. Anyone want to talk about anything else in particular? Like maybe makeup or costume or something?
Makeup.
Because we want to go with the old traditional style vampires, we're looking at keeping the traditional fangs, which is the main signifier for a vampire, because we want them to look kind of more demonic and evil looking rather than just normal everyday people, which is the image we're going for when they're not killing people. So when they go to kill people or turn a bit more violent, you got the vampire looks that come through, so their eyes are going to change colour, so we're looking at different sort of creepy different colours that might add to the effect. Also, I was thinking of looking at some prosthetics, but
maybe
overly complicated, so we're just experimenting with different ways on how we could do it, so mainly sticking with makeup because that'd be so much simpler to use. It's also time consuming with getting any actors ready. So most of our shots are going to have to be filmed at night time. So we've got all the daytime to get actors ready, but it's still a lot of time just to do a bit of makeup.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the main limiting factor of doing prosthetics, is as good as it will look. Ready time for getting complicated prosthetics on someone can be like 4 hours, so that's a long time to be sitting around, and obviously we'd need to get a makeup artist to actually apply all of that stuff as well, and if multiple characters needed prosthetics, then you're just doubling the time it takes, or even worse. So
there's only one we really want to stay looking as a vampire all the time. That's the master vampire.
Yeah.
That one, it's not going to appear very often, but it's going to be like one of the shadow workers. It's obviously they're manipulating situations and controlling everything that goes on. But when they do appear, they are obviously going to be demon looking all the time.
Yeah. So, that's pretty much.
We're looking at contact lenses as well.
Oh yeah,
for the
contact
appearance.
lenses.
Like strange colours, not normal.
Yeah, we don't want human coloured contact lenses, so the vampires are going to have like brightly coloured sort of irises, so I don't know, like maybe yellows or reds, or maybe even like I've seen in some like films and stuff, vampires with like bright white eyes and stuff like that. Just experiment with it, but we want something that looks.
I think the brighter white ones would look a bit more creepy as well.
Yeah, we just need something that looks scary, something that looks inhuman to help sort of differentiate between their normal human appearance and then their vampiric face, I guess. I think that pretty much covers it for our sort of general ideas so far. So I think we can conclude this vlog.